All right, let's discuss our career research paper. This is just kind of an overview of what we're going to do. The purpose of writing this paper is, of course, to focus on some of the English language arts skills for this class, organizing our thoughts for written communication, demonstrating research techniques, selecting appropriate materials, using references and resources, interpreting messages and articles, and using proper English and appropriate vocabulary. So we're knocking out a lot of objectives in the course of doing this. The requirements for the paper are listed here on Canvas. You will see that there is a specific setup. I have already set this up for you, so we will use a template when we get into session 2 and talk about how to set all of that up. But what we're going to focus on for this particular session is the research itself. And today you're going to be researching the more in-depth areas of the career that you've been studying in this class. So these are going to be those sections. So the career itself, if we look up here, you can kind of see, we're going to be introducing this area of the paper with a typical day and a description of what that job is, and then we're going to have subheadings that are for all of this information. So this is the information that we're going to be working with. Now what you're going to do is you're going to create a career planning sheet. And if you're one of my pencil and paper people, feel free to print this if you want to, or you can use the electronic version. But I want to caution you. Please, please, please make sure you put things in your own words, or if they're not in your own words, they have to go in direct quotes. They're going to have to go in quotation marks. And even if they are in your own words, this information for research did not come from your brain, so it's going to have to be included in your paper with a citation. It's going to have to be cited. So that's kind of one of the areas that students struggle with, and I wanted to get you started on this planning process. So you're going to open up the career planning sheet, and you're going to make a copy. So you're going to go to File, Make a Copy, and you're going to save a copy of your own. So I'll put career planning sheet, and I'll just put my name on it, and that's what I would suggest you do for you. Oops. And like I say, if you want to print it, you could. And then you're going to begin looking for all of this information that's needed. Now, I would go ahead, if I were you, and also get the actual works cited entries for these as you're doing the research. So, again, you're going to use your own words. If it's not in your own words, you're going to put it in quotation marks. Now, I've given you some links to places where you can get good occupational information. Absolutely everyone should be using the Occupational Outlook, ONET, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Those are kind of the big three when it comes to careers. So you need to be utilizing those resources 100%. But you may also supplement this with articles from this class, or you may go specifically and search for articles about any of this as well and include that. So, the sections that you're going to have on your paper are salary and benefits, job skills, qualities needed, education training, challenges, and job outlooks. You're going to have all of these sections, but you're also going to have some general information that's just going to be like, it's not going to be under the subheading. You're going to talk about the career itself. And this is where I would say like a day in the life of would go there. Okay, so let's just start off. I'm going to go to the Occupational Outlook Handbook because it's going to have a ton of stuff. And let's say that the career that I want to be is, let's say I want to be a real estate agent. So I'm going to go to R here and find my real estate agent. There's also a search box, by the way, up here at the top, which now is way up there. But you can go in here and type in that. So if I type in real, here it is, real estate brokers and sales agent. So that would be the job. Let's say that's what I want to do. Notice this is already going to have lots of different sections here. Okay, but before I do anything, while I'm on the summary page, I'm going to go ahead and add this page to my works cited. Well, I'm going to get the information for my works cited because I know that I'm going to end up using this resource 100%. Now, the cool thing is, on this particular website, they actually give you the citation. So I've kind of already got it down here. So we can go ahead and probably use this. Notice that the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts out this Occupational Outlook Handbook. And then it's got the section, all of this stuff is on here. Now, you can also use the Cite This For Me MLA Citation Generator. You just paste the website in, and you hit search, and it tries to find the information. And then again, there it is. It says it found all of this stuff. But notice it couldn't find the author, the publisher, and the publication date. Whereas on that website we were on, it kind of gave us that information. So then I would have to go in here and add some of that. So the publisher of that document, as it said, is the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I would have to put that in there, and that's right there. Okay. So you can go about it that way, but you're going to have to add in some additional information, and then you would hit complete citation, and then it would add all of that in there, and you would be able to copy and paste. Now, like I said, this one, because I didn't add in the publisher, it's missing that first part. So you would have to add in that publisher. Now, I'm not going to get too caught up in if this isn't 100% correct on MLA, but you can just take this information here, copy it, and paste it into your planning sheet. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom, paste without formatting, just so it's in there. I forgot the B, it looks like. That way I've got that one in there. And I'm going to remember that this is the Occupational Outlook Handbook part. Okay, so in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I'm just going to highlight this part in bold so I remember that's where this came from. Occupational Outlook Handbook. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get some of this information and I'm going to put it in here. So Occupational Outlook Handbook. I'll just put that in there so I can remember. And then I'm going to go find some information that I need about some of this. So like for instance, salary and benefits, general information. Let's go in here. General information, what real estate brokers and sales agents do. They help clients buy, sell, and rent properties. Okay. Now, probably that's something simple that I could say myself. I don't want to use that word for word because that's really way too easy. Like I could come up with my own words for that pretty easily. So you have to really think about, let me click on what they do. This actually gets us in more detail. It gives you a whole list of things. So it would be better off for me to maybe look and see what are the various things that they do. So I would come in here and say real estate agents are known for helping people locate homes. And then locate, buy, and sell homes or other properties. Right? Locate, buy, or sell homes and other properties because they could be selling businesses. Now, this is coming from the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So for the moment right now, I'm using this, so I know that's where it came from, but I can come down here and look, and whenever I cite this, I'm going to put whatever the first thing is, Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I'm going to put Bureau of Labor Statistics here. And that's what I'm going to put, okay? That way I know that came from that source, and that's my source 1, Bureau of Labor Statistics. And I know this seems kind of like, man, we're doing a lot of stuff. We are, but it's going to make things a lot better later on. Okay? All right, so that's what they're known for doing. Now, I'll go get more information, but I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this. Salary and benefits. So let's go see if I can find information about salary and benefits. So pay, that sounds like that. Median annual wage for real estate brokers was $59,720 in May 2019. So I could say, according to the, and then whoever this is, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, so I'm going to go down here, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, a real estate agent, and then we'll go back in here and see what it said, earns a median annual wage of $59,720. I don't have to remember this number, so I'm just going to copy it. Earns a median wage of, and then we'll put that in there. I'm going to paste it without formatting. Okay, and again, that's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And since I'm getting all this stuff right now, I'm just going to keep copying and pasting because I'm already on this page. and that's going to make it easy for me to keep track of. Okay. So there's that. Now you'll just kind of keep going through this process. So like job, qualities, education, training, you're going to be able to find a lot of that in here. There's the Outlook. That's one of them too, and there's a lot of information. So let's say I just want to use this exact sentence for Outlook. I'll just copy the whole thing and come in here to Job Outlook, and I'm going to paste without formatting, but I'm going to put it in quotation marks so that I know that is absolutely word for word. Okay? And then inside the period there, I've got to put that Bureau of Labor Statistics because that's where it came from. There we go. Okay. So now I know that specifically is there. And again, I'm using the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Occupational Outlook Handbook as one of my 2 sources that I want to include. You can use more than 2 sources, by the way, but you definitely want to have at least 2 different sources in each one of these sections. Okay. And you're going to want to get more than just one piece of information. Like there's more stuff on here. You saw there was plenty of things here about the job outlook. So it says the market is highly sensitive to fluctuations in the economy. Employment will vary in economic growth or stability. Employment should grow. So, you know, I would just kind of read through that and be like, when the economy is booming, there is a great demand for real estate agents. However, this could be affected if the economy is doing poorly. So it can be risky. Okay, so that's basically me putting that in my own words. But it's in my own words, but it still came from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that in there because that still came from there. Right now, we're not putting in things that we might transition between or anything like that. We're going to beef all this up and add more stuff in here whenever we put it in our paper. But right now, we're just doing the research and we're throwing some pieces in there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through every one of these websites, but as you can see, I gave you some ideas about what kind of information you can find on these different places. So definitely go and kind of look into that, and that'll give you a better idea of what needs to go under each of those. The other thing I would say is it's still cool to go out there and either use your articles that you've used before, because you already have the citations for those, and you can very easily use information from your article reviews, or you can go back out and just look again. So like I could go back out to, let's say I want to go to news again, and I want to look at challenges for realtors. We'll see if that comes up with anything. Okay, real estate agents face their own coronavirus-related challenges. Maybe I want to go take a look at this article and see if this might have something that would be useful to me. Let's see. You can tell I haven't read this article yet. It says what to expect. Small realtors are trying to limit exposure. This looks like more on the other side of that. But it says here, like, data compiled by Florida Realtors states that sales of single-family homes statewide totaled 26,000 in March, which was 6.4% higher than March 2019, which kind of sounds like with the economic problems that people need homes and more people are trying to find homes because people had to shelter at home. So anyway, I'd have to look through and see. I don't think that I would really use this article, but you have to look through and see if you can find something that's useful for your paper. And then you can just pull one little piece from it. It's not like you have to do a whole article review. Let's see. Disadvantages of being a real estate agent. 5 reasons you should or should not become a realtor. Well, that sounds perfect. Any of those that have reasons are always good ones. Okay. So here we go. We got all kinds of pros and cons here. So I might find this to be a really good article to use for benefits. So benefits of becoming a realtor would be the reasons I should. So flexibility, money, career mobility, that sort of thing. And then disadvantages or challenges might be the hard work, it's emotional. So there's some good stuff in this article here. So I would definitely go through here, take this article and go add a new citation. It's a website. I'm going to put it in there. I need to make sure that it's in MLA, and I'm not sure that I chose an MLA on here. Again, it couldn't find my author, publisher, publication date, so I may have to go back out here and try to find it. There's my author, Matt Bonelli. Inman is the publisher. So it says website title, but that's actually not what it is. You always have to double check these. People tend to just take what it is, and that's not really the case. So the publisher is Inman, Matt Bonelli, if I can spell. What you don't know is my light went off. I'm sitting in the dark right now. Complete citation. There we go. Oh, I have my ad blocker on, so it's going to get mad at me. But anyway, but you can see here, I would have my bibliography. Again, I don't know if this is in MLA. I might not have chose MLA, so make sure that you do. This looks like APA format, so make sure you have the right one from the beginning on this. But anyway, okay, so you get the gist of it here. And then I would add that on here, so I would paste that down here. And then this would be the Bonelli article. He's the author, so that one will be cited by having his name. And then, like I said, benefits of would go there, or under challenges. So let's say I want to use the Bonelli article for challenges. Then I could say according to Bonelli. And actually, if you say according to Bonelli, you don't have to put Bonelli in parentheses at the end. So that's just another thing to mention a lot of times. Same thing here. If you say according to, you don't have to put it at the end. According to Bonelli, and then we're going to go into something that he said. One of the biggest challenges for realtors is that it can be very emotional. And I don't know what the reason was there, but let's see. Cons. There are a lot of different personalities that you have to interact with as an agent. Some people don't know how to separate emotion. If you don't like confrontation and can't keep a level head. So there we go. So it can be emotional. Since confrontations with unhappy clients may occur. Okay, so there we go. So that's an example of one. And then I would look for additional ones. You know, you don't just, again, want to only have two things, though. You want to find multiple. So I would probably go ahead and pull another one from that article as well to include in here. So you're going to build this all up. This will probably be multiple pages long when you're done, having everything pasted in here. But on a good note, you should then already have a list of things down here at the bottom that you can use in creating your paper. So go ahead and continue your research at this point. Working on that planning sheet, looking at all of these sites here, trying to find information, maybe going to an article or two or to articles that you've already saved and seeing if that has information that you want. And then we will pick up on part 2 and we'll start setting up the actual paper in the Google document.